Glenn Beck program.
Give me an update, Sue, on JoJo. In fact, Sarah, if we have that audio of JoJo. This is JoJo Hernandez. She's a young girl from Florida that we just found out about over the weekend because somebody who knows her work, comes in and shops at where she worked, Walgreens. She worked at a Walgreens there in Florida, and somebody came in and heard her story, and they put a GoFundMe page together, so we checked it out. Listen to her tell her story.
One day, I came home after a sleepover, and all my stuff was packed up. It was 2 weeks before I turned 18. And my mom basically told me to have a great life and shut the door behind me. I'm currently living 5 doors down from my parents, paying $200 a month in rent, and sleeping on what basically was my grandfather's bed.
Though her options were limited, Joanna still managed to provide and prevail for her own life.
I'm trying to find jobs so that I can support myself now that I don't have my parents financially anymore. And people do stereotype me and define me just by this before they even ask me any interview questions. I've applied at easily over 45 locations, and I was lucky to get one job at Walgreens. And I'm trying to pick up a second one just so that I have somewhere to go at the end of the day to pay my rent and to pay my bills and my phone bill. It's just something I have to do.
So when she said because of this, she was pointing to her face. She is disfigured from a birth defect. And it's hard to believe that we live in a time when people are still saying, oh, no. Especially when you look at her, it's not that bad. I mean, obviously she had scars on her face from something, and something went on. But it's not like Phantom of the Opera. Not that would make it any better, but still, it's bizarre.
I should also point out that, just as a sort of a side note, but Walgreens is made up of a lot of really good people. And the people behind it are really good people. And that does not surprise me that is part of the story, that Walgreens acted correctly.
You remember meeting Kathy Walgreen?
Yeah.
Kathy Walgreen is a friend of mine, and I didn't know I didn't know she was Walgreen. Yeah. You meet somebody and you're like, hey, it's Kathy Walgreen. You're like, hey, Kathy, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. And she's just so down to earth and so great. And I said, at one point to her, I said, oh, by the way, I love your drugstore. And she said, thank you. And I was like, I was joking. That's really your gift? She's like, well, my grandfather started or something. And it was started by a guy who was a carpenter who wanted to change business and wanted to become a druggist. And so he made his own mortar pestle and they carved it out of wood in the 1890s. And that's the beginning of Walgreens. And they're good people. They really are good people. And so hats off to Walgreens for helping this girl out. So the GoFundMe page was just started by a customer at Walgreens. And she doesn't even know that we're doing this. I don't think she knew about the GoFundMe, but she didn't know that we were going to talk about it today. And she had to go to finals because she's in school, so she had finals today she had to do. And imagine going into work today, and you are worried about money, you're worried about all of these things, and you come out of work and you're in a big meeting, so nobody can text you, nobody can call you, and a couple of hours later, you turn your phone back on and you have all these texts saying, you're not going to believe this. What's her bank account up now? Yeah, she was hoping to raise. No, the customer was. She didn't do this. Right. The customer was hoping to raise $10,000 for her.
Right. And she so far has raised $25,617,
and that's just in the last 45 minutes. Mm-hmm. So thank you for that. This audience is so great.
I mean, it's amazing. So many, donations of $5, $10. And then some people, $500.
People always have to show off.
It's anonymous. How can they be showing off?
So very cool. What a great way to be involved, even if it's $1, in changing somebody's life.
You go at World of Stew on Twitter, or at Glenn Beck on Twitter. It's also up at glennbeck.com.
Yep, and just follow the links there. So I got this letter in. Dear Glenn, I first started listening to you while you were on Fox. Before then, I didn't really pay attention to much of anything. I saw you on Fox one day, and what you said just made sense. Oh, you were the one. I've listened to you almost every day since. I mostly catch you on my drive home from work now. Things in the world have changed a lot since then. There's so many who have digressed in society so much in so little time, there few have actually made any progress. You, sir, for me, you are a beacon of hope and light in a world that seems to become more dim every day. The reason why I'm writing this letter is because something happened in my life recently where I almost lost my wife and my child, whom I have neglected due to childish influences and things in my life that were still present from my childhood that almost consumed me. My wife was on the verge of leaving me and almost did. It really caused me to wake up. I've since done everything I could to change for myself, for her, my daughter, change for God and the betterment of mankind. I remember your words from a few months ago when you said, now is the time to put your childish things away. Time to become a man and take a stand. For me and my family, it started with God. I have slowly but with full commitment been changing my life for the better, especially where my wife and daughter are concerned. I love my wife, try to prove it to her every day, and will for the rest of my life and for all eternity. I will become the better man that she expects of me. If I may, I would like to ask, if it's not too much, I would forever be in your debt if you would read this letter on the air and ask my wife, Charity Murphy, if she would be willing to remarry me again, so we can start a new life together with our daughter. Jared, no, I'm not going to do that. Such a nice moment you. Wow, that's a really cool story. So Jared, let us know what happened. Yeah, assuming that she is going to say, oh, yes. Hopefully she's listening to us when she says that. And it won't be appropriate. It will be very inappropriate. Something else, right? I really hope that goes well. I don't get nervous about those things because I have no idea whether she should be or not. I'm really not interested. I remember years ago, we called somebody. We did something like that. And we called somebody. And, remember? And she was like, oh, yeah, no. I don't think so. It was the most he was, you remember this? Yeah, it was a long time ago. I don't remember what it was, but he was so excited and he thought she was in love and it was all gonna, and she was not having it. Ooh, it was so awkward. I feel so bad for that guy. Because there's two things going on there. One, I don't necessarily, want whatever you're asking me to happen, and two, I'm annoyed you're embarrassing me in front of the nation. Both of those things could be parts of the equation. Not that that's happening for you, Jared. That's all good stuff. We assume there's hugging and saying, oh wow, this is what a great moment. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. That kind of stuff. Yeah. And it's not because we hear what happened. Please don't. Call our attorney. Okay? Deal with that. Yeah. Did you hear, speaking of attorney, did you hear of the football player that invested $3 million in Bitcoin? NFL player that invested $3 million in Bitcoin in 2013. Worth $276 million. Who was this? You can look it up. I don't know his name. There is a rest of the story. Oh no. Yes. Oh no. Okay. I'm being revealed by the headline here. You give me the name and then I'll tell you the story. Oh, Darren McFadden. Yeah, former record till very recently on the Dallas Cowboys. So here's the rest of the story. Actually, he told his financial advisor to invest $3 million in Bitcoin. But his business investor apparently thought, that's stupid and he's going to lose it anyway, so I'll just take it. That's not a thing you can do. No, it's really not. That's not a good bet. He's going to lose it all, so I'll just take it. In case you're a financial advisor who's thinking, wow, that's a great idea, I should try that. No, you can't try that. Yeah. Let me ask you this, too. So what happened? Nothing so far. He's out. He has nothing. I mean, obviously, there's a lawsuit. Oh, yeah, a lawsuit, but that's $270 million. Yeah, he gets the original $3 back at this point. He's probably lucky. I mean, if it's a company like Raymond James, maybe you can sue them. If that doesn't seem to be, obviously, Raymond James is a big financial institution. Probably not. Oh, really? What?
So really what? I out there stealing people's money, yet considering, yes, I would say that I'm going to be highly skeptical of that one. You know, it's funny, I had a Raymond James advisor that was handling my money, and they were supposed to transfer my money to another firm, and I found out just this week that 3 years ago, I was completely clear. My new financial advisor completely clear, transferred everything over. I just got a note saying, oh, by the way, I'm the new advisor on this account, and what do you want to do with this money? And they didn't transfer it for some reason, and they don't seem concerned by it. Well, it's not transferring. It's a lot different than investing it into a Bitcoin scam. Okay, no, that is the difference, but it's still like, why didn't you transfer that? What have you been doing with it? How come you didn't transfer it? Why? You just do. You were like, I think I got that in the other pocket. That's a terrible scam. The next level, you just don't transfer it. You just say, you just have your money in a different. Yeah, I think it's a terrible. I mean, I don't know if it was just a horrible, horrendous oversight, but at Raymond James, nobody seems to be concerned about it at all. I know I am. I know I'm very concerned about it, but they don't seem to be concerned. Well, I would think this would be a really bad time to get news like this if you're Darren McFadden, because he just got released, from the Cowboys, 3 weeks ago, maybe? So here's a guy who went through, he's had a lot of injury problems, so he's been in that situation where he's earned a decent amount of cash, but now is in that area where he's had so many injuries, this is really his last chance probably in the league. Oh, man. So now he's out of that big job and doesn't have those millions of dollars. Oh, my gosh. Can you imagine sitting here watching Bitcoin? You're like, $3 million. I put it in 2013, and you call your advisor, and you're like, Huh? I calculate 276 million big ones. I calculate $250 million. What is it really? I didn't invest it. Oh my gosh. That is probably the worst ripoff of any celebrity I have ever heard of. Now, of course, the documentary Rocky V. No, it's not a documentary of how Paulie, during the holiday shopping, during this season, it is really difficult. If you're doing it from your mobile device, which I've done almost all of mine, retailers expect a 54% holiday shoppers increase. This is on the mobile device. That 54% are all of us are going to be doing it on our mobile. How much shopping have you actually done in the store? Well, scammers see this, and they see this as an opportunity to take your credit card, your personal information. They put out, bogus retail apps. Be really careful on the apps that you use. Here's the thing. 1 in 4 people have their identity stolen from them. Now, if you're just monitoring your credit, that's only one way. Your identity can be stolen and used in ways you can't even detect. Thieves could sell your information on the dark web. Once it's out on the dark web, it is out. They can take a pay loan out in your name. They can take your 401k. LifeLock detects a wide range of identity threats, not just to your credit. And if there is a problem, a U.S.-based identity restoration specialist is going to work to fix it. Now, nobody can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions, but LifeLock is the best. Get 10% off now with promo code BECK. Go to LifeLock.com, call the promo code BECK. When you do that, you'll get 10% off now. 1-800-LifeLock or LifeLock.com, promo code BECK.
Brent, back.
You need traffic and weather. That's why we give it to you on the 10s, mornings and afternoons, on WTAM 1100. It's the holidays, so while you're out shopping, you got to get the game of Say Anything. Say anything. Get it for a gift. Get it for yourself. Whatever you do, get it. It only takes 30 minutes to play, and in those 30 minutes, you're going to learn more about your kids than I think you will driving them to soccer practice for a month. Say anything. There's just a few days left before Christmas, so make sure you get the gift that brings everyone together. It's Say Anything, and you get it at